It was a while back that somebody asked me to do a video on entitled and arrogant people. I'm going to, for the purpose of this video, sum this up to, because I think that this is understandable. People that think they are the shit. Now, I'm also going to explore this in a way that many people might not actually understand because I think that, one, it's interesting, and two, it's just very important. People, from what I understand, that believe that they are the shit are at the very core fragile as fuck. They essentially have what I like to call narcissistic defense mechanism, more so a mask, a facade. This is why you see them and everyone around them reinforces that they're fucking amazing, that they are the shit, that they're charismatic as fuck, when quite interestingly enough, on the inside, they're practically fucking hollow. Now, let me say this to make this even more understandable. More often than not, people that think they are the shit are actually just shit. And when I say that, I'm really not trying to make fun of anyone or laugh at anyone, but, that's just the reality of it. They're just a bunch of hot air on the inside. It's just a defense mechanism that fools you and other people because you don't see it for what it is. Now, why do you not see it for what it is? Actually, in yesterday's podcast episode, and maybe even yesterday's video, I'm not entirely sure I remember, definitely in the podcast episode, I was talking about how the extent to which you can know another person is entirely based around the extent to which you have come to know yourself. You're not going to know other people that well if you don't know yourself that well. And this is not what other people present to you. It's your own capacity to see everything for what it is, regardless of what people say to you. Your knowledge, not just of self, but of psychology, of people, of all of that stuff in that entire universe. Your understanding of yourself, how well you know yourself, how well you know your childhood. You can't see what you don't understand. You can't see other people when you don't see yourself, when you don't understand yourself. So if you see somebody who presents themselves as the shit, I think that term is kind of easy for a lot of people to digest because it's pretty much, in my opinion, universal in many people's minds. Like when you hear that term and it's, referred to somebody, you think, oh, wow, they're fucking incredible. They are charismatic as hell. Everyone loves them. It's a facade. It's a fucking facade. On the inside, they are fragile as fuck. On the inside, they are hollow. On the inside, there's probably a whole fuck ton of nothing but shame. So what do? They create at least one defense mechanism that distracts you from the very reality of them and who they are, which is, I'll put it in psychological terms, a severely underdeveloped ego state. Healthy individuals have a healthy ego state that is strong, it is conscious, it is self-aware. Individuals with severely underdeveloped ego states that are also severely insecure have like a little something there. It's a little part of something. And so what do they then do as a result of that? They create all of these defense mechanisms that make you think that they are something that they're not. because the defense mechanisms defend them against the pain of the fragility, against the pain of the hollowness, against the pain of the fucking shame. And it really doesn't matter if we're talking about narcissists that literally, clinically check across the board. The very reality of a narcissistic wound is that these defense mechanisms that are built. And then you see it manifest as fucking arrogance and entitlement because they have a fuck ton of either unhealthy or maladaptive defense mechanisms. That's why you see it for what it is. You see the arrogance, you see the entitlement. Or if you don't, and you know fucking nothing about yourself and nothing about the other person, and you just believe all of these fucking washed up ideas of people, charisma, oh my god, that person is so amazing. You don't see them for who they are. And it's sad because what's sad about not seeing somebody for who they are is that it's more possible for them. It's more likely that they will be able to use you, to take advantage of you, to create a distraction in front of your eyes that you cannot see through. You will think that somebody is the shit if you don't see that they are actually just instead shit. I use these terms because I think that they're more easily understandable for people. I can talk about ego states and fucking narcissism and narcissistic wounding and a hollow inside that consists of nothing but shame, which is terrifying for people to look at. So all they do is create these fucking defense mechanisms that you mistake for confidence. So these people that regularly show face of confidence, not all of them, some people that are confident are actually confident, but, and I'll make this very clear, they're actually not assholes. That's the reality of it. Somebody who is confident but with a healthy sense of confidence because they have healthy boundaries, they're not an asshole. People that have like nothing in their ego state and instead they've got a bunch of fucked up defense mechanisms that just create a facade that get you to believe that they are shit. These are the people that have the issues. We all have issues. We all have shit, of course. Nobody came out of childhood without some level of marring and scathing, but it's very important to understand what's actually going on here. The confidence might seem real. The charisma, I said that weird, the charisma might seem real. These are all defense mechanisms, defending against the painful reality that within the self, there's nothing to look at. And for many people, that's fucking terrifying. So understand that as a defense mechanism against the pain of the hollowness of whatever is not inside, they create these barriers. They create these facades that get you confused about who they really are. And people buy into it all the time. Hey, look at this person. They're literally the shit. No, they're literally shit. You just don't see it. And this is not to like offend or attack or judge anybody. It's just kind of like when somebody presents something other than what is actually there because what is actually there is too scary for them to look at. Yeah, it's a defense mechanism. It's sad. It's unhealthy. It's likely even maladaptive. That's the way that they learned to survive in their survival-based childhood. It's unfortunate. But see it for what it is, otherwise you'll be distracted by what it's not. Yeah, they might seem like the shit. What if you were to understand that all it is unhealthy or maladaptive defense mechanisms to shield them from the pain of the nothingness or near nothingness that is inside of them? When people have identity issues and there's pretty much like nothing within that ego state, It's fucking terrifying to look at. Not only that there's nothing there, but they're like fucking filled to the brim with shame. Yeah, nobody wants to look at that. So what do? They create defense mechanisms that you see as charisma. Yeah, see it for what it is.